A lot of people think of a seat, when they say a seated meal, they're really talking about a plated meal, because you can have a seated buffet as well. I think people don't think about this a lot, is the style of seating that you're having for your event. Now, this is where a lot of people get tripped up, is in how you seat your guests for your event. Some people, maybe there's no seating at all. Maybe there is sort of satellite seating for not all of your guests, and people could sort of sit and eat and graze and do other things and come back and eat again. And so people aren't sitting in one spot, or that they haven't claimed a seat. There's not a seat for everybody. It's just sort of satellite seating. Then there's full seating, where all of your guests are seated, where there is more of a meal time. In the prior two styles, with no seating or not seating for everyone, there typically isn't a meal time. People are sort of grazing on a buffet or a station, or with past hors d'oeuvres all throughout the event. But with a fully seated affair, you are having a meal time, and usually with some sort of program or so. I think there's a misnomer there, because a lot of people think of a seat, when they say a seated meal, they're really talking about a plated meal, because you can have a seated buffet as well. So a seated meal, for instance, you can use the service style of plated, or you can have the service style of buffet, or you can have a service style of family style in the fully seated style event. We mentioned about having a semi-seating, not seating for everyone. Then in that case, you may be having stations, you may be having past hors d'oeuvres, you could even have a buffet in that situation. And then finally, you have this standing reception, and in that is, again, typically either stations or past hors d'oeuvres. In that case, small bite, small plate type of things on a standing reception. And so, as we continue to talk about the seating style of your reception, you again are looking at the type of experience that your guests are having, and what type of seating would be most appropriate to create that environment for them. So again, this is Jillian with Caribbean Caterers. I'll see you soon.